everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be a different take on my everyday makeup drawer shop my stash videos. Today, instead of replacing the products in my everyday makeup drawer and shopping my main collection, we are going to be shopping my everyday makeup drawer that I currently have set up and picking out a full face of products to try out today. I noticed that there are quite a few products in here that I have not used yet, and the purpose of my everyday makeup drawer is to cycle through my makeup collection and use what I have and not get in the rut of using the same things over and over again, which is very easy to do. So today we're doing a little vlog style portion. I'm going to show you guys my everyday makeup drawers, and we're going to pick out some products together, and then I will do a full face of makeup with those products. And I will mention there will be a few first impressions reviews in this video because, like I said, I have some things in here that I have not used yet, and the reason they're in here is so that I use them. So anyway, hopefully that made sense. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So here's what my everyday makeup drawers are currently looking like. I have the IKEA Mickey table as my desk, so there are two drawers that are the same size, and this is everything inside. So we're gonna start over here and pick out some primer and foundation and things like that. So this first product here is the Hydra Touch primer from NYX. I have not tried this yet, so we definitely need to give that a go today. For foundation, I have been needing to try this product. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation. I don't even know if this is gonna match me. Hopefully it does, but again, I have never tried that before, so we definitely need to give that a go. For concealer, I'm thinking this one from Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define. This is their Infinite Concealer. I have used this. It's been a while though, so I figured we could go ahead and put that into rotation. And then for powder, I'm thinking we'll keep it simple with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I really enjoy this product, as you can tell. I have hit major pan on it, but I figured that's a safe way to go when trying some new base products. For bronzer, I'm thinking Kylie, because this has been in here a while and I haven't really used that a ton. For blush, we've got NARS or Laura Mercier. Let me see what palettes I have. Oh, let's go for the blush aesthetic palette from Laura Lee. I love this palette so much. I use it all the time, but I haven't used it a ton on my channel, so we will add that to our pile. For highlighter, let's see. I use most of these quite frequently. I don't think I've used this Laura Mercier one since I put it in here. I have used it. I really love this product. Let me see if I can show you. It's such a gorgeous highlighter. This is in the shade Indiscretion. Oh my goodness, I cannot read. So we'll use that for highlighter. For lips, I've been really wanting to try this lipstick. This is in the shade 800. This is the You Are Worth It L'Oreal lipstick. So we'll give that a go. For brows, I'm just gonna go Benefit, Charlotte Tilbury, and then we'll go Roller Lash for mascara. And then for eyeshadow, this is kind of what sparked this video idea. We've got this Pat McGrath Holiday palette, which I have not used yet. This is a huge palette, and I've heard great things about it, so I'm going to pull that out and use that for eyeshadow. And then I think, other than setting spray, which we'll go for, let's do the ABH one, the Dewy Set. I think that's everything for today's full face of makeup. Now I'm going to put you guys back up on the tripod and we will get to the application. Once again, I'm still working on the background. I really want to go to HomeGoods and TJ Maxx to see what I can find. I was thinking that I wanted to go warm toned how I initially had the background when I moved into Alicia and Cameron's house with my boyfriend, but I don't know, something about the pink and white aesthetic, just I love it so much, and it feels like more me. I don't know, so like this kind of vibe here I'm loving. This I also love, but it doesn't look good together, so I need to figure something out. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, we are going to dive in with primer. So once again, this is the NYX Hydra Touch primer. This still has the seal on it. I bought this, I don't know when that was, like December maybe. Oh, it's quite thin. It's thinner than I thought it was gonna be. Like, it's pretty liquidy. I don't know if you guys can see, but it has a little bit of a kind of like light blue hue to it. It feels very thin. Oh, it smells so good. This smells like the Belief Aqua Bomb moisturizer. If you guys are familiar with that, that's exactly what this smells like. It's delicious. I am already immediately feeling kind of like it's like thickening up on my skin, if that makes sense. Like, initially it felt super watery, but now that I like rub it in, I feel like it's kind of getting a little bit thicker and feels a little bit, not tackier, but I can just feel it on my skin. So hopefully this soaks in and hydrates and gives me a good base for my foundation. But overall, it makes my skin look really nice. I look nice and hydrated. It kind of reminds me of a gel-based moisturizer, like just like the Belief one. It smells quite strong, but it's a pleasant scent. It literally smells exactly like that Belief moisturizer. Like, I feel like this is super, super similar. It's infused with centella. I wonder if that's the fragrance. I don't know what centella is. I've never heard of that before. But it says use alone or with foundation. I wonder if this is like ingredient wise similar to the Belief moisturizer, but it definitely feels and smells and looks like it. So that's pretty interesting. That's not what I expected at all. Next, we're gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. It says that it's for all skin types, and it has an ultra luxurious formula infused with a powerful blend of a bunch of different butters. And it has incredibly creamy texture that melts into the skin, leaving a radiant, natural, glowing complexion. It's a long-wearing, weightless, and provides buildable medium to full coverage. So the packaging is really cute. I will say that it was kind of separated in the bottle, so I gave it a good shake. Hopefully that's good enough. Let's go ahead and pump this out. Hopefully this color works for me. I have no idea. This is in the shade Fair to Light. That sounds about right. I'm gonna take my Blinged Brushes sponge and apply this. Let's see. Another very fragranced product. It smells like butter. Not like butter that you eat, but it smells like I don't even know. I don't really like the scent of this. I'm definitely getting really nice coverage though, and it doesn't feel super thick and cakey on my skin, which is nice. The color looks almost a little bit light actually. I was thinking it was gonna be too dark, but it looks a little bit light, but pretty spot on. Like, it's definitely gonna work for me. Oh man, I don't think I can handle this scent. So here's what the foundation is looking like. It does offer pretty good coverage. I would say that it is medium coverage. Whew, that scent is literally so overwhelming that I feel like I can't breathe. I do not like the scent of this. I'm really hoping that it wears away because I feel like my voice is quivering because of how overpowered the scent is. And I'm like not even being dramatic, like I wish I was, but it is very strong, and I don't even smell this product anymore. All I smell is this. So hopefully I either get used to it or the scent goes away. I feel like it looks okay on my skin. It's definitely kind of like caking up around my under eye area and doesn't look great on texture. Like, my skin looks extra texturized right now, which I do have a lot of texture to my skin naturally. I just have acne and discoloration and texture from previous breakouts and current breakouts and oncoming breakouts. So honestly, I hate the foundation so far, and I don't say that very often, so this is not going so good. Let me know if you guys have tried this and what your thoughts are. I was a little bit nervous because it's called Butter Believe It, and I do have more like combo oily skin. I think the finish is really nice. Like, I haven't set it with powder or anything, but the actual texture of this is a no-go. I also should mention that it could be the primer that's causing what I'm not liking, but I really think that it's the foundation because the primer felt really nice and smooth and hydrating, and I don't know. I just feel like my foundation is looking rough. So anyway, we're gonna go in with concealer. This is in the shade C6. Once again, this is the Makeup Revolution Infinite Concealer. Conceal and Define Infinite Longwear Concealer. So I'm just gonna kind of do the center of my face with this and then blend this out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with this powder. I like to take a smaller powder brush like this to set under my eyes, and then I will take a larger powder brush like this to set the rest of my face. That concealer has some insane coverage. I don't know if you can tell how bright my under eyes look, but wow, that is super full coverage, super intense. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with this powder. Hopefully my under eyes don't end up creasing, but I have a feeling that they will. Not so much because of the concealer, but because of the foundation, and I got the foundation like all the way up to the underneath of my eyes, so we'll see how this goes. So once again, I just like to take a smaller brush like this and set my under eye area as well as my T-zone, just because I feel like that's where I need to focus more of the powder, because that's where I tend to crease the most, and that's also where I apply concealer. So I find that using a brush like this with a pressed powder usually does the job as far as preventing creasing and keeping my makeup from like slipping and sliding all over the place. And then I don't need as much powder around the perimeter of my face because I just don't produce as much oil around here, so the fluffier brush is more beneficial in that way. So just an update on my skin. It's still looking quite textured. I feel like the powder honestly helped out a lot. It kind of like blurred a little bit, but still my skin doesn't look great. I'm also not having like the best skin day ever, but I constantly deal with texture and hyperpigmentation and things like that because I do have acne prone skin. But I just feel like my skin looks extra bad today. So yeah, that foundation, not sure that I'm feeling it. Next we're gonna go in with bronzer. This is the Kylie bronzer in the shade Khaki. This is her like new formula and packaging. I think it's so cute. I love this packaging. So let me find my bronzer brush. I'm gonna take an F23 from Blinged Brushes and coat my brush and tap off because this was a clean brush. So I like to really coat the brush first and then tap in with a little bit more before I go in with bronzer, just so that I have like an even coating on the brush and it's not too, you know, splotchy when I apply. So I'm just going to apply this. I really like this bronzer. I found that it's a nice color for me and it's really soft and blends out well, so I enjoy this product a lot. So I'm not sure what eyeshadow look I'm doing yet, so I think for blush we're going to keep it simple, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Bridal Pink, and I'm taking this on an F24 from Blinged Brushes, which is just an angled powder brush, but I basically use it as a blush brush. And this color is so pretty. It's very neutral. It just adds the slightest hint of like pinky peachiness and warmth to my cheeks. So that's why I really like the shade. But this formula in general is really, really nice. And I love the packaging. I think Laura Lee did such a good job with this palette. It's also very affordable. Definitely check it out. Speaking of which, I will have all of these products linked down below in the description box, in case you guys are interested in checking any of them out. I really like a lot of blush, so I like to build it up, but you can definitely go more natural and light-handed on the blush as well. But this color is just so pretty. I love it so much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So for that, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Micro Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Medium Brown, and the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, which is just their clear brow gel. This is one of the best clear brow gels I've ever tried. It's awesome. Definitely check it out. Let's go ahead and apply the lipstick. I just wiped off the lip balm that I had on. I had on the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I really like those. They're very hydrating. And for lipstick, we're going in with the You Are Worth It L'Oreal lipstick in the shade Fairest Nude, which is 800. This color looks so pretty, so let's check it out. This definitely has a fragrance to it. I'm not sure what it is, and I'm not sure that I like it. I can't tell if it's floral or fruity, but the color itself is so pretty. I don't know if I've worn this or not, but it is gorgeous. I love it. It's really pretty pinky nude color. It's a little bit darker than my MAC Blankety, which is my go-to, but I still think this is a really pretty color. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in. We're going to do some eyeshadow, play with some Pat McGrath, which let me show you what this palette looks like. It is super pretty. It's quite colorful. I'm not going to do anything like crazy, but I do want to play with some of the different formulas in here because I love Pat McGrath's products. I'm just not super familiar or like overly familiar with her eyeshadows, so I think it's going to be fun to play around with these today. I guess I can go ahead and put on highlighters. So I'm going in with Indiscretion. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Indiscretion from Laura Mercier, and I'm gonna start off light because I don't want to overdo it. This color is a little bit darker, like a little bit on the darker side, so if I put on too much I can get a weird like shadow in certain lights. So I'm just going in with a little bit at a time and kind of building up the intensity. It's so pretty. The finish of it is gorgeous. Look at that. I love it so much. But I don't know if you'll be able to tell if there's like a little bit of a shadow there, but like in the light it's gorgeous. So I just have to be careful about where I put this. When I have a bit more of a tan, it definitely suits my skin tone a bit better, but at the moment I am super fair, and then this foundation just made me even more fair, so I just have to be careful with this highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm using my Morphe M173, and I'm just going to put that right on top of my eyelids. This is definitely drying out quite a bit. I really have to like dig in there to get the product, but this thing has lasted me so long, and I love this eyeshadow primer formula. It's the best that I've ever used. I love it so much. I have Soft Ochre, which has a little bit more of a yellow base to it, but I feel like this matches my skin tone better, so I'm gonna give Soft Ochre a try. But if I don't like it as much, I feel like this is the only eyeshadow primer I need, honestly. Like, I could get rid of pretty much all of my other ones because I love this that much. Okay, let's play with some eyeshadow. I grabbed a blending brush. This is the E21 from Blending Brushes. So I'm thinking, I don't even know. First off, let me swatch a few of the shades so we can get an idea of like texture and like what we want to use today. First, we have this gorgeous like gray lavender type shade, and this, oh my gosh, that's insane. We also have a bronzy shadow here, which this has more of like a crumbly texture. Oh, it has like a green, oh my gosh, a pink and a green shift to it. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but it has like, it's a bronze base with a pink shift. But when I look at it this way, I see green, and when I look at it in the mirror this way, I see pink, like a pinkish red. That is a super intricate eyeshadow. We also have this one, which is more of like peachy rose kind of color. This is a really pretty shade as well. This is kind of more on the taupey, like grayish side. There's so many pretty colors in here. Ooh, and then this one is kind of like a champagne color. Let's kind of go, I guess, across the knuckles up here. That is beautiful. So there aren't a ton of matte options. You either got brown or like a cranberry kind of shade for mattes. I think there's like 4 mattes in here and the rest are shimmers. So I guess we'll go more neutral. So I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is a matte brown color. I hate that these ribbons are here, so I can't open up the palette all the way. But I'm gonna tap into that matte brown color and start by putting this in the outer corner of my eye. I'm just lightly tapping, and then I'm gonna bring that up through the crease, but I just don't know how these shadows blend since I said, or like I said, I'm not familiar with these formulas. So I'm gonna try to build it up. They're definitely kind of sticking to my eyeshadow primer, which happens sometimes because it is a bit of a thicker eyeshadow primer, but I don't know. So far I'm kind of like, yikes. But we'll see if I can make it work. So I'm actually finding this eyeshadow very difficult to blend. It could be that it's just not very compatible with this eyeshadow primer, which doesn't happen to me too often. It also could be that the eyeshadow primer is drying out a bit, so there is that, but I used it like a couple days ago and it was perfectly fine. I don't know if it's the shadow or the combination of products that I used, but this is definitely difficult to blend and it's looking very patchy and not the best. So just wanted to update you there. I rarely ever have issues with eyeshadows not blending, so this is like pretty bad. I zoomed you guys in some more to see if you can see what I'm talking about, but this shadow here is just super patchy and I'm like trying really hard. I'm like rubbing my eye pretty hard with my brush to try to blend, but it's just not working. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about, but I do not know about this shadow. Let me swatch it to see how it swatches because it looks fine. Like, it's nothing alarming regarding the swatch, which means that it could be the eyeshadow primer. It's just, like I said, weird because I used it like 3 days ago and it was perfectly fine. This looks so bad. Like, terrible. Look at my eyeshadow. This is a joke. I'm gonna try to cover this up. So I'm gonna take the champagne color and I'm just gonna use my finger and we're just gonna try to cover up. Oh my gosh. Okay, like, how can the shimmer be that good and the matte be so rough to work with? Does anyone else have trouble with Pat McGrath matte eyeshadows, or is it just me? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'm definitely gonna have to try this again to determine if it was the palette or the primer or the combination of both. But I think I did a pretty good job covering it up with that shimmer. So hopefully I can do the same on this side. And this is a pretty pricey palette. It's not as expensive as some of her other palettes, but I'm pretty sure this was like $78 retail. I'm not sure if it's still available or not because this was a holiday release, but I heard so many good things about it, so that's why I'm kind of confused. I'm just gonna take the highlighter that I used today on a small blending brush and I'm going to pop this on my inner corner just to add some highlight there. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my brow bone as well. Then we will finish off the look with setting spray and mascara. So for setting spray, I'm using the Dewy Set from, oh my god, I just sprayed that right in my eyes, from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is not a new product. It's actually an older product that I have been focusing on trying to use up because it is older, but I do really like it. So we'll set the face with spray, and then I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara off camera just because it takes forever and I'm always like down here when I'm putting mascara because I'm looking in the mirror. But I'm gonna put this on. I love this mascara, and then I will be back and we'll just kind of run over the products that I used today and I'll let you guys know if I recommend them or not. Alright you guys, so here is the finished look. I think it looks pretty nice. I think we kind of saved the look. I don't think it was ever like going completely downhill, but we did have a couple of hiccups throughout the video. The foundation, my first impression is that I hate the scent of this. I don't like the way it looks on my skin, but I couldn't tell you if that was the foundation or the primer. So I will have to try these separately and see what my thoughts are, but my gut feeling is that it's the foundation that I don't like. The concealer I have used before. It's super high coverage. It's very nice in my opinion. Like, I think it's great and it's very affordable. I love the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I think that's great. my brows and mascara. This is my usual go-to routine, so these I all love or I love all of these, and I'm very familiar with how they perform. I think the lipstick is really nice. The scent is kind of weird, but it's a really pretty formula. It's a gorgeous color as well. It has a bit of a shine to it, so I like the formula of it. It's very hydrating and comfortable and very creamy. I love the color. It's really cute. I think this lipstick is really fun, so love that. What else? The bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter are all products that I know pretty well and enjoy. The eyeshadow palette, you guys, I'm honestly disappointed in this. The shimmer really pulled through, but I feel like, honestly, like, I have a shimmer similar to this in one of my ColourPop palettes, and I'm not like trying to like diss this palette or Pat McGrath or anything, but I feel like I could get this same exact look with my ColourPop Nude Mood palette, I think is what it's called. I did do a pretty simple look. There are some really cool like multiple dimension type colors in here, which I did stay away from. I went very neutral, so I do have to continue using this, but that matte shadow was rough, you guys. I'll have to keep trying this out to determine if that was the primer or the palette, but I don't know. I did not have fun blending my eyeshadow. That took way too long, way too much effort and pressure, and it didn't even end up looking that great, but I just kind of covered it up with the shimmer, and so it looks decent. But I would go out in public with this makeup on, but I definitely don't feel my best. So those are my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I wanted to give a shout out to my YouTube members, my Diamond members. Their names are going to be up here on the screen. I really appreciate you guys so much. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I do have YouTube memberships now. I have a video talking all about the different tiers and everything that's included and how you can join, but I have gotten a lot of comments regarding actually signing up and it being impossible to on mobile. So if you're on your phone, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. It was working in the beginning, but now it's not. But if you go on a computer, like a laptop, or even the like desktop browser on your phone for YouTube, like not in the app, then you guys can see the join button. But YouTube makes this way more complicated than it should be. But yeah, I just want to give a special thank you to my Diamond members. This is my first video that I'm filming after posting that, so this will be the first video that my Diamond members will be featured in a video. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, I will have the link down below. If you are on a computer or desktop, you guys can click the join button below my videos. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. All of the products that I used today will be linked in case you're interested. And that's gonna be it from me. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.